Hello and welcome to our bar workout. Our first warm-up exercise is the foot point and flex. So we lift the knee up to hip height and then we flex and point through the foot. Then replace the foot on the floor and lift the opposite knee to hip height. Throughout this exercise we want to keep our abdominals pulled in, spine nice and long. And then we add on a single arm lift as we lift the knee. So the same arm as leg is lifting, keeping the fingers nice and soft and the shoulders down into your back. Our second warm-up move is a heel lift knee bend. So both heels lift up at the same time, the knees bend, and then we straighten the legs and drop the heels down. So again, with this exercise, we keep the abdominals pulled in, the spine nice and long, and then we add on a single arm lift again to test our balance and use a bit more core strength. And then you can also add on a double arm lift. If it's too wobbly, just stick with the single arm lift. And you might need to slow the exercise down a little bit too. Keep the focus on pulling the abdominals in and the head lifted up. And then we come into our first position, so just turning the toes out about 45 degrees, and then we're going to lift the outside toe just as high as comfortable, extend the leg, point the toe to the floor and pull the heel back in. And onto this exercise we add an arm lift, forward, out to the diagonal, keep the arm lifted, and then lower the arm back down as the heel comes in. So this exercise is mainly working your shoulders and your thighs. We're also using our core muscles to help us balance. And we come into our second strengthening exercise, which is in second position. So stepping the feet slightly wider than the hips with the toes again around 45 degrees. We bend the knees out for 3 and then we stand back up tall. Ensure that your kneecaps track over your second and third toes. And to this exercise we add an overhead press when we stand back up. And each time that you bend down, ensure that your knees are pressing out to the side and they're not collapsing inwards of your big toe. Again, keeping your abs pulled in, nice long spine. Now we're going to add on an optional side leg lift with the overhead press. So this is going to work more of our outer thighs and glutes. And then we repeat everything to the other side. So we start with the first position. Toe lift, leg extend, point and in. And I've sped this up a bit, so we do move a bit slower than this. And then we add the arm, extend out to the side, hold and down. And then the next exercise, taking your second position, lining up the knees over the second and third toes for 3 pulses. Then adding in the overhead press. And then the optional side leg lift as you press. We come into some stretches to finish our bar workout. So this one's for the hamstrings. Bending from your hips forward, abdominals pulled in. There is an optional turn of the shoulders to one side slightly and then to the other side. This just gives your lats and waist a nice stretch as well. And our second stretch is a quad stretch. So lightly holding onto the bar, feet together, one knee bends. And then we can bend our standing knee a little bit and we can push our bent knee back slightly, keeping the knees parallel with each other. Feel the stretch across the front of the thigh. And then we switch to the other leg. You would hold each of these stretches for at least 3 deep breaths. And then taking a calf stretch to release our calves after the heel lifts. So the feet are parallel, forward knee bent, and we lean forward slightly. And then finishing off with a side bend, keeping the hips and shoulders facing the bar. And to the other side, hand stays lightly on the bar. And I hope you enjoyed this bar workout. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments. Please like and subscribe for more bar workouts from Trinityfitspace.